Welcome back to the Vendetta Racing Workshop. My name's Alan and we've got a lot of stuff to get through today. Let's get started. So what are we doing today? We're going to be fitting our oil cooler with our new powder coated brackets. With that we're going to be plumbing it in with the new steel braided lines with the temperature sensor. Which we might wire up now or might leave it till later until we do the dash. And we're going to get the electric back in the bike as well, get all that plugged in. We've discussed the oil cooler quite a bit in previous episodes. This oil cooler is vastly larger than the previous one, the OEM one. It's thicker, more surface area. It will give us better cooling to the oil. We're going to be feeding this with an aqueduct through the side of the bike, so it should have clean air. But just in case, we're going to fit a fan. These are little 4.5-inch spal fans. I've used them in previous projects. They're fairly good. They're quite easy to fit. You can just put them straight through the fins of the radiator. You don't need to make brackets or anything like that. We're only going to fit one, just so there is space for air to come through. But being a pull-through fan as opposed to push air through, it shouldn't affect us if there is a lot of air coming through it anyway. Let's get it fitted. Oil cooler is now fitted. We have its pretty little powder coated brackets. You've got the cooling fan which is now fitted as well. We can wire that up later. It now needs to have oil lines. We have most of the fittings to fit the oil lines along with the oil temperature sensor, but we need to know the length of the oil lines to make them. With no engine on the bike, that could be a bit of a challenge. So let's see if we can mock up something for an engine. Fortunately, we've got one or two things we can make work. Mock-up engine in, and we have the two oil ports which will run to the oil cooler and one feed, one return. This engine, well, this block was the same block I used to make the chassis many moons ago. And bizarrely enough, I always thought it was a 1098 block. I've just checked the serial number, it's 749. Who knew? Anyway, let's make some oil lines. And that is our oil lines run, with the exception of our inline temperature sensor. We're waiting for one fitting, female to female fitting here, which will allow us to fit this in line, and then we can wire it up to the dash and to power. The other fittings that went into the mock block for the AN size, they will be transferred to our spare engine. Yes, we're running a spare engine. The AN fittings are already on the primary engine, which we ran last year. The spare engine is also getting uprated cylinder head rods, uprated forced pistons. It's going to be exactly the same spec as a primary engine. We're going fully prepared next year. Anyway, on to the electronics. Well, that's another 2 jobs complete, another step towards greatness. One thing we haven't done is fit the battery mount, which also has the starter relay. We haven't fitted that for good reason, because we need to have access to design and 3D print the NACA ducts, which are going to go on both sides. But looking at everything the way it's laid out, there's lots and lots of space for airflow up through both sides of this cooler. Should work well, should work pretty good. So, like normal, if you enjoyed what you've seen, like and subscribe. If you've got any suggestions, comments, please let us know. We're still learning doing this, and we'll see you soon.